Right behind me here is where I grew up, and that's my elementary school. One of the six, actually. Fun fact, my grandparents went there, my mom, my auntie, uncle, they all went there, my cousins went there, I went here, didn't graduate, I moved to the US when I was about 12. But yeah, this is the school I went. This is where I initially learned how to play. And we're in Korea right now. So right along those stairs there, I used to stand right here, kicking the ball to the walls, get the ball back, control, and kick it again, rebounds and first touches. And the wall's your best friends, and this is where I started, still there. Another one is right there, right on the wall and the door. Another good place where I used to kick the ball. Yeah, just working on the touches. This is where it all started. So it's quite evident that it snowed a lot the last few days here in Korea. This field right here, it's not turf, it's not grass, it's dirt. I think the condition right now is a little bit better, but back then when I was playing here, there were rocks everywhere. So we'd come out to the field every morning, just grab rocks and just toss them away from the fields. That was one of the traditions, one of the things we had to do each morning before we trained. And the size of the field for the elementary school, I'll tell you what, it's not too bad. It's probably about a good 11-side actually, maybe just a tad bit smaller. But you know what, it's a good school. It's probably like 70 to 80, 90 years old. Looks good, looks good. Lots of good memories. So the school has two main buildings. The front one was the first one that was built, and the second one behind us was actually built when I was just a student here. So it's fairly recent. Top floor there in the corner, that used to be one of my classrooms when I was in the 6th grade. And the wall here with the giant beetles on the side, this is where I actually used to ping the balls. Again, against the walls. Strike the ball as high as we can and control the ball. Right, keep it alive. Yeah, just pinging it against the wall, controlling it. Again, those were just all fun games which no one had to tell us that we had to do it. We just did it because it was fun. I think that's what we lack nowadays, especially in the US. The culture is a bit different. Kids don't, they have too many things, right, to keep them occupied. So they don't necessarily come out and play on their own. But yeah, this is where I ping the ball around, and I think helped us massively to improve our general fundamental skills. So this is danger, so I'm not going to enter. On these, on the fence, back then we didn't have those strength and conditioning bands. So what we had to do was actually rip the tires out, the rubber tires out from the bicycles, and we would tie them to these to the fence. And then just swing our legs. Honestly, I'm not even sure if that helps, but that's what we did to work on our so-called the power or the strength of the shots or technique. But yeah, we did some silly things here. We used to tie it to the fence, then we would wear it around our waist and do some sprints. Yeah, we did it. I mean, everything that you saw back then was just a way for you to train. And this is the school canteen, just outside the building. It's kind of hard to see what is inside. You can see some of the stuff that used to be there. Little desk, little cashier's registry. Is it a microwave? But yeah, used to come here to buy school products, just literally right outside the school. There's no kids anymore, so this space is for let lease as well. You can also see they were selling ice cream here, but now all there is some trash. That's all there is. Trash. So just a little fun fact. I went to 6 different elementary schools because Korea at that time, nowadays it's a little bit different, but at that time they don't really have club soccer. So if you want to play for a team, that was half decent, and if you didn't have a team that was available in your area, you have to move schools. There was actually a transfer market for the kids as well. So the coaches will talk to each other and send kids, without any parents' agreement, without any parents having conversations with the parents. If you have a kid who's good, who's bad, you want to move them away from your team. As a coach, you have the full power. Probably not how it works these days, but that's how it worked when I was playing, which is obviously totally different to any other coaches out there. So because I had to transfer, and I'll leave that up to you whether you think it was because I was good or bad. There were some other reasons involved as well, but in order for me to play for different teams, I had to move 6 different elementary schools. Now I'm going to show you where I used to live and where I used to come home and still kick the ball around away from the schools and training grounds, because again, you can only train so much with your team. It's about what you do away from your team training sessions. That's going to help you develop. I used to take that bus nearly every day. 35 cents it was at that time. Now it's, I think it's about 75 cents, so it more than doubled. Crazy. And right now where I'm walking is exactly the path I used to take every single day to go to school. It's about a mile walk home to school. So yeah, we're doing that right now. And you're coming with me. Look at this mess. It's the holidays here in Korea right now, and the waste management team is not working over these days, so it's been a mess. So this is one of the few places I grew up in. The buildings on that side, but this is the main entrance that we're standing on, called Yeongdong Aparte, and this is one of the places I have the most, probably the fondest memories, honestly. My good friends, my grandparents, parents, all of my families, we all lived here. So this brings me back to the memory lanes, Okay, so the first part I want to show you is nothing special, but this whole thing used to be just gravel up there. So we used to just go out there, even on the gravel lot, it didn't matter for us. Bring the ball out, couple lads playing the ball against the walls, just kicking the ball around, playing 2 aside, 3 aside, didn't matter, put your shoes down, the wall's your goal. But now, don't even know what that space is for. Now there's a convenience store, again, used to be the gravel lot, and yeah, this is what you see. There's my tripod, but again, all here, used to be just a lot, so we'd go out and play. And that building there, that's where I used to play the piano. And I used to ditch quite a lot. I was quite good at it, believe it or not, but I used to ditch. The problem was, because I lived right there in the building, the teachers would just scream out the window because they would see me playing football. Okay, so this is it. We have building 1, building 2, and there's a building 3 on the other side. Building 1 is where I used to live. I'm about to show you. Building 2, I got a couple of friends who used to live there. I see some cars here, and right to my left, there used to be a big playground, but obviously, Korea is really well known for its low birth rate, so there's no kids. So they decided to deconstruct the playground and make the use out of it as a parking lot. Okay, so now I'm standing right where the playground used to be, right where the camera is right now, probably about 10 yards away from me. That's where it used to be. We used to have the slides there. But yeah, we used to use the pillars, as our goals. We used to kick the ball against the fence. There used to be barbed wires right here. Now that's all gone, which is good. So we used to kick the ball over by accident. Had to, because there were barbed wires. We had to go all the way around the building. Took about 5 minutes. Somebody would get the ball, whoever's kicked it over, send it back, run back around. And that used to be our days. But yeah, we used to kick the ball around here. Good days. Now this small building to my left, it's where the security used to live in. Well, he don't live there. This used to be his office. I'm not sure what this is for right now. I'm not sure if there's another security that works here. But yeah, this used to be where the security was, and where some of the grandparents, some of the older people would come out and hang out. And then to my right, this green tarp here. This here used to be a table where, you know, people would come out and hang out. Now that's all destroyed. And then you have your bike rack. There used to be, honestly, hundreds of bicycles here. Not anymore. Don't know what happened. And if we just come around on this side here to the back of the building, I'm assuming this is because it's the winter, but there used to be people just farming a whole bunch of stuff, a bunch of vegetables. Now it's just bare. And then everything on the right side, all the buildings that you see, they didn't exist. It just used to be a hill, but I think they just carved it down and made it all flat to build buildings and more apartments. But this is the backside. Building 1, Unit 104. This is where I used to live. So there you have it, my old school, where I used to live, where it all began essentially. It's just nice to come back to my old town and have a walk about and just go back to the memory lane. A lot's changed, but I'm sure where you grew up has changed quite a lot as well. But that's just the way it is. Change is always happening. It's constant. Even the way we're learning is changing, coaching's changing, everything's changing. We just need to be able to adapt. So yeah, a little different today, but just want to show you a quick glimpse on where I'm from. Thanks for watching.